Yannick. Taylor. What do you say? It's a really good ball. It's Tshabalala! Goal! Bafana! Bafana! Goal for South Africa! Goal for all Africa! Jabulila! Rejoice! Bafana! Bafana have popped the first cork on their day of days! Siphiwe Tshabalala!
The VAR Show. The one place for your weekly football update.
Hola, very warm welcome to the VAR Show, the show which talks about all the various major football leagues in detail. Today we are going to continue the theme of interviews, and we have the Kaizer chief legend and star of South Africa national team, Mr. Siphiwe Tshabalala with us. So without wasting much time, I would like to first thank Siphiwe for coming on the show. Thank you so much and welcome to your show. And I would like to begin by asking you, how are you and what are you doing these days?
Yeah, I'm okay and surviving under the circumstances. And thanks for having me on your show. And as you know that we're fighting a big enemy, the pandemic, and we're doing our best in making sure that we adhere to the rules. By staying at home, wearing masks in public, and avoiding contact as well. So it's been difficult, but we're getting there. Eventually we will fight this virus and emerge victorious.
So definitely, I'll be touching on a lighter topic, that is football, in comparison to what's happening all around the world. So talking of your career, you started from Free Arsenal, then you went to Kaizer Chiefs to World Cup, where you were the star, and then to your last club, that was Erzurum BB. How has the journey been for you?
It was very difficult, very tough. But my dream, my desire, my passion, kept me going. And I didn't have things, easy. Everything that I achieved, through my hard work and through my faith and patience as well. But I'm just grateful that I managed to overcome so many obstacles.
So definitely, you are a Kaizer Chief legend. You won so much trophies. Do you regret, going to Erzurum BB in Turkey? Leaving your status in Kaizer Chief and going and starting from scratch there. Do you regret going to Turkey?
No, I don't have any regrets. I've always wanted to play, my football abroad, and it was an opportunity that presented itself, and I had to take that call. Having spent almost 12 years with Kaizer Chiefs, winning each and every cup that was there, domestic football, and also individual success as well, winning trophies. It was time for me to get another opportunity and have other challenges as well and strive. So it was a good opportunity for me to showcase my talent, in a foreign country.
So how was Turkey for you when you went there? How was it?
It was an experience, a different environment, and obviously I had to adjust to a lot of things. It was not my home, so I had to convince myself that now that I'm here, it will be my home, and I had to adjust to the weather as well. The style of play, the environment, the language. So it was difficult in the beginning, but I got used to it, and things started getting okay.
So after you left your club in Turkey, you have not played for almost 2 years now, and you are not retired. When can we see you back on the field?
Yeah, after coming back from Turkey, I was preparing myself for to get in shape to join a new team, and then I got injured, and I had to go and fix my leg. So I was out for I think 3-4 months, and then I recovered, fully recovered. And in January I was supposed to leave, and then I couldn't, because of coronavirus. So I had to wait, and it's been a long time. I'm itching for action. I miss the smell of the grass. I want to get back on the field, and I'm very hopeful that soon I'll be back on the field.
So, are you planning to play in South Africa itself, or if there is an opportunity from abroad, you will consider that also?
Yeah, I'll definitely consider an opportunity abroad. I've had quite a few opportunities to still play abroad, and it's unfortunate that everything was put on hold due to the COVID-19. So we'll still see if it's still doable. So if there's a good opportunity, then I'll definitely go. Or I'll still play at home. It's still fine by me. I'm in a good space, so anything that comes good, I'll take it.
So when I hear your name, the first thing that comes in my mind is the goal in the World Cup you scored. That was very amazing, even for a spectator, and it meant so much. Maybe, like for South Africa to at such a grand scale to score the first goal of the tournament, to see them there. How was it for you, scoring the goal?
It was amazing. It was a great feeling. One of the best feeling ever, and it was also a reminder, why I started this journey. A reminder where I come from. In the dusty streets of Piri in Soweto, a young boy with a dream of playing football professionally and representing his country at the highest level. And it finally paid off in a big way, in a big stage, where the whole world was watching. And it was history. Firstly, history for South Africa being the first African country in the continent to host the World Cup. History, for Africa, having to host the World Cup for the first time. And also history for me to score the opening goal of the World Cup, and the biggest goal in the World Cup, and in also in the history of world football. So I was grateful. I was over the moon, and I'll always be grateful about that moment.
So you said that it has not been it has not been easy for you, coming from Fiji as a small young boy to maybe representing your country at the highest level. As a individual, what was the most difficult thing for you, growing up, to become a footballer?
When you are young, you tend to give up easily. You are very impatient. You want things to be done your way, and it's not like that. You also learn that things will not happen your way, or things will not happen the same way as they happen to your friend or your teammate. So when I was young, I was really good. I was one of the best players in my division. and I always wanted to play for Kaizer Chiefs, and I had that opportunity to play for the development, and I had one session. It didn't go well. I left. I went for the second time for trials. I didn't even get a chance to change, because there was about, I think, 12,000 hopefuls. So I left. I went for the third time, and I trained on Tuesday, and then on Thursday we had a friendly game, and they gave me a chance, and no one was passing me the ball, and I just won the ball in the center, and I dribbled past everyone, including the goalkeeper. That's how I joined Kaizer Chiefs, and I knew that now my dream will soon become a reality, because now I'm in the system already, and I worked hard until I left when I was under 19s. I was disappointed because realizing my dream of playing for Kaizer Chiefs first team, but I had to put that dream on hold, to further my education, and I started from scratch. So I went back to play for Piri Red Lions, Piri Movers in Soweto. I went to play for Moroka Swallows development under 19, and then from there I went to Alexander United 2004 in the first division. We got relegated, and then I joined Free State Stars in the first division. We won promotion to the Premier League, and that's how I made a debut in the professional league in 2005-2006 season, and same season we got relegated, and I went to the first division with the club for 6 months, and then 2007 in January, that's when I signed for Kaizer Chiefs. And yeah, I think I only had one training session with them, and I discovered that I had a serious injury, a career-threatening injury on my knee, so I had to go and repair my knee. Then I was out for 6 months, and I played my official game later that year against Wits University, first league game, and from there I never looked back.
So that's quite an inspiration story, like leaving Kaizer Chief as a boy and coming back and becoming a legend there. So the next question was sent in by Ayan Ali, and he has asked something on this line that South Africa have a very good league. They have a lot of good teams in the league, but they have not been able to replicate like the success or produce the players, like some continuously produce players like what Ghana has done, or Ivory Coast has done, or maybe even Algeria now. What do you think? Like, what is missing, or why aren't South Africa performing even better like those countries?
Yeah, we've got a lot of good players, best players in the league. The standard of the league is amongst the best, and it keeps improving, it keeps growing. And you made a valid point that we're not doing well in the national team, considering we have in the country, and I agree with you. And I personally think that we need to send our players abroad, especially in Europe, in the top 5 leagues, to play there, to compete there, and gain experience and exposure. And with that experience gained there, it will help the national team to compete at the highest level. When you look at Ghana national team, when they play, 90% of the starting lineup, if not 100, they all play in Europe. Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Senegal, and they're very strong teams. They compete every second year they're in the Africa Cup of Nations. They're in the quarterfinals, semi-finals, even the finals. So for us to reach that level, we need to play at the highest level abroad and compete and play against the best and get that experience and help the national team with the experience that we get abroad. That's the only way that we will grow our national team football and compete at the highest level.
So, like moving on from that and moving more to yourself, as a player, are you superstitious? Like, do you follow certain routine before the games?
Nah, not really. I don't pay much attention to it. Sometimes I'd remember, sometimes I wouldn't remember. Sometimes I think most cases I'd make sure I step on the field, with my left foot first. But sometimes I would forget, so I don't pay too much attention to it.
So, like as a player, which coach has been the most influential in your career?
They're very different and also in different stages. The first one I would say was Mr. Matabate. He was an old man, was my coach when I was still playing for Piri Arsenal under 12s. He really, instilled discipline and commitment in me as well at an early age. So I grew up a disciplined player, a committed player, and a dedicated player. And then on the professional ranks, I had a great relationship with almost all the coaches. I've had success with Stuart Baxter, winning 4 trophies at Kaizer Chiefs. I also had success with Coach Musine Trugar. I've won trophies with him. And I had success with Coach Pitso Musimani, the national team. He really had a positive, influence in my career as well. And he would advise me, he would criticize me when I don't do good, he would compliment me when I was doing good. And Steve Compella Chiefs, it's unfortunate that he didn't win any trophy, but he'll remain one of the best coaches, one of the committed coaches, someone that is devoted to his work, and someone who cares more for his players' well-being than also on the field. So yeah, I pretty had a great relationship with almost the coaches that I've worked with.
So like moving on from that and to your personal life again, do you play any other sports other than football?
At the moment, I've been enjoying cycling. I've been cycling a lot, mountain bike, and I do play table tennis a bit. But cycling, I'm enjoying cycling more these days.
So yeah, moving back into football, and do you, after you retire, whenever it is, do you plan to get into coaching?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I won't be lost to football. I'll still be involved in football. I've got a foundation, and our primary focus is youth development. Unearthing that raw talent and giving these youngsters an opportunity to showcase their talent through our football tournaments that we hold. And you also invite, other coaches as well to see this talent and, invite these boys to the junior academies and also with the hope that, they'll get an opportunity to play. So I'm very passionate about that. I'm very passionate about bringing change and giving youngsters an opportunity, and helping them realize their dream come true. Having been there, having experienced there, having walked the journey, I know how it feels. I know what it means to chase this dream. So mine is to help them and make their path easier than mine. If it took me 10 steps to achieve my dreams, I wanted to take it maybe 3 or 5 steps for them to achieve their dream.
So that's a very noble cause and idea. And I wanted to ask you, pertaining to the answer you gave, like how has football changed in South Africa since you started? You said if you had to take 10 steps to achieve your dream, has it come down to maybe 6 or 7 now?
Yes. There's been change, and they still change. Even though it's slow change, but at least it's still change. Hence, I say that having walked this journey, I know the challenges, I know the obstacles, and I wouldn't want the next generation to walk the same journey that I walked. And we're not the same. The thinking is not the same. The mindset is not the same. We don't persevere the same. We're not all strong mentally. So it's important for us to create a path that it's less easier, less complex for them to take, and also enjoy this moment, enjoy this career, and know that it's a short-lived career, but it's the best.
So if you had to choose one moment from your career till now, which is the most standout moment, which one would that be?
Quite a lot, but I would say that the 2010 World Cup, the opening goal of the World Cup, simply because of it. For me, it was a dream come true. For me, it brought back the memories when I was still young. Being a boy who had dreams of playing football professionally. When I started playing on the streets, I didn't have soccer boots. I just played with the plastic ball with my friends, and having to struggle to go through so many challenges, not giving up, and then eventually, the bigger stage, everyone was there, everyone witnessed that big moment, and everyone celebrated with me, and everyone on that day was happy. Everyone was united, whether you were black or white or Indian, everyone. So it was one human race that was celebrating that beautiful moment with me. So that will be the highlight of my career, and the highlight of my life as well. That's why I even launched a book about my story, but it's a book for kids. It's a book that will inspire kids not to give up, that their dreams are valid, and have a role model that they can look up to, and have a role model that when they read the story, they can realize that what, I'm in a bad situation now. My background is not good, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to succeed. Shaba comes from a different background, but he persevered, he followed his dream, and he became successful. So if Shaba can make it, then I can make it too. So it's a story that will inspire the African kid not to give up and to dream, and that their dreams are valid.
So hopefully it does inspire a lot of future generation. So the next set of questions is, I'll give you two names and you have to select one of those two. So first one is, whom would you prefer out of the two, Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Why?
He's the best. He's the best in a sense that he works hard. You know, he's dedicated. He's committed, and he's got a strong mindset. You know, and he doesn't give up. He always challenges himself to do well, and he keeps getting better and better with age. You know, he went to Lisbon. He started at Lisbon. He was the best. He went to Manchester United in a different league, different environment. You know, he was something else. And then 2009, he joined Real Madrid. You know, he even became greater than what he was at Manchester United. And now he's still showing his quality, you know, at Juve. And he keeps scoring all the time. He makes scoring simple. And you can see that this is not just talent. It's talent that is complemented by hard work. You know, he keeps breaking records week in, week out. And with Messi is the best, you know, but it's just natural talent. He doesn't try hard. You know, everything he does, you know, it just happens so easy. Even the difficult things, they look easy to him. So hence I say that I'll go for Cristiano because, you know, there's that workaholic element, the work rate element into it.
So the next two option is Jurgen Klopp or Pep Guardiola.
I'll go for Pep.
Okay, I'll not ask you to defend that, but okay, I'll move on to the next one. So,
Okay.
if you had to choose one of these two, which one was more memorable for you? Winning trophies with Kaizer Chiefs or playing in the World Cup with South Africa?
I'll say the World Cup.
So definitely, of course, it's a very beautiful moment. So, you know, like, Shifi, if you had to give yourself or back in when you were in Fiji Arsenal an advice, what advice would you give him?
Not to give up. Dream big. Don't limit yourself, and be specific when you dream. Dream so big that you feel uncomfortable telling other people because they won't believe you. You know, and your dream must shake you a bit. You must be scared when you think about it. And after dreaming, you know, have a plan. Put the plan to action, and then you execute. And then after executing, you dominate. And after dominating, you repeat again. So it's dream, plan, execute, dominate, repeat. That's the most important formula.
So definitely. On that note, Sifi, thank you so much for talking to me, and I wish you all the best for your future with your future club. And I hope you can take South Africa to the World Cup again and maybe even win it. You never know. Hope to talk to you again soon. Take care, stay safe, and bye.
Okay, thank you.